This has been really bad. It's been one of the worst things.
Donald Trump's administration is facing a full rebellion from the MAGA faithful, the most diehard, the people that spend all day online talking about Donald Trump.
Yep.
Some of the president's most strident supporters are furious at his Department of Justice after concluded there would be no further disclosures of Jeffrey Epstein-related documents, and that, basically, everyone should just drop it and move on.
Yep.
This comes after his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, basically spent months hyping some sort of big reveal from the Department of Justice. Epstein, of course, the disgraced New York financier who died in federal custody back in 2019 while facing child sex trafficking charges related to what prosecutors says what a years-long.
I wish he would have known that he would have, like, apparently he didn't have a list. He didn't do anything wrong because maybe he wouldn't have killed himself. That's sad. Yeah, did he know that there weren't going to be any charges?
Scheme to abuse young women. A new memo from the DOJ reiterates the department's position that Epstein was not murdered, noting, quote, after a thorough investigation, FBI investigators concluded that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in his cell. They even released nearly 11 hours of security camera footage from outside Epstein's cell that night of his death. Although that
10 hours and 59 minutes, apparently.
Likely do little to quell the ongoing conspiracies, especially considering the video is missing an entire minute.
Yeah.
The DOJ attributes that to a long-standing glitch with the system.
Which, by the way, I believe that, but I just don't believe anything else.
Despite all the Epstein didn't kill himself memes and the never-ending, increasingly Baroque conspiracies, the MAGA faithful are really mad about this part of the memo. Quoting it here. This systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. There was no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. We did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. Now, that claim that there was no shadowy client list, ostensibly containing evidence that Epstein was secretly blackmailing political and financial and Hollywood elites, certainly seemed to contradict what Trump's own Attorney General said on television back in February.
Play it.
One of the things that you alluded to, and this is something Donald Trump has talked about, the DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that.
Pretty. I mean, it seems like she just said it, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but like, I feel like she kind of just went and said it.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. She did just say that, right? We just heard her correctly.
Where'd it go?
Now her Department of Justice says no such list exists. But again, this wasn't just Pam Bondi misspeaking or speaking ambiguously.
They said it like 3 times.
I mean, seriously, 4 months. This has been a drumbeat. She's promised some sort of big revelation from the documents. I mean,
for a lot of people, this is one of the big things that they voted for Trump on. They voted for Trump because they thought that he would make this public.
Remember this? Back in February, the White House even held this big event with right-wing influencers sharing a bunch of what turned out to be previously reported in the public domain information. They had repackaged into a bunch of...
It's like, also, think about it, is like these right here, these guys right here, these are your fucking... These are your soldiers, right? And you just sent them out there with an AK-47 that shoots bubbles. They're going to look like retards. So now you basically you made them look stupid. You made them look stupid against tanks. Yeah, exactly. They are retards. Well, I mean, they thought, how are they retards? They approached this. They went into it in good faith, and they were lied to. They were lied to, manipulated, misled, and I think it's embarrassing. It is. It's absolutely embarrassing. They got played. They did.
Fancy binders, which they handed out to people.
So somebody goes real quick. Somebody goes, I don't see this as a big L at all. We were never getting lists of clients because that means they're all getting charged. Wait, so you think that the reason why it's not a big L is because too many pedophiles would be arrested? I think that makes it worse. That's just me. Yeah, like, there'd be so many of them. What would you do?
DOJ comes back basically yesterday and says, you know what? Looked at it and turns out nothing to see here.
Ah, geez.
Well, now that same right-wing media
convenient.
ecosystem is absolutely fuming.
Mm-hmm.
The whole
They're
thing,
malding.
this
Yeah, of
tape
course.
shows he didn't kill himself. It's like a joke. But worse than that, it's a joke that we all get. Like, they're not fooling anybody. So I feel like we're at a dangerous point now.
So now, by coming in and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it. I mean, it's just you cannot see it any other way.
Think about this. You made Alex Jones cry. That's fucked up. That's really fucked up, man. How could you do that?
So I just got to the office. So I'm going to go throw up, actually. And this only happens every few years when something really, really bad happens or something. I mean, I'm
That's messed up, yeah.
going to puke probably right now. My mouth is watering right now. Because I have integrity. And, I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country.
This guy's a national treasure. He put his faith in Donald, and Donald dropped the fucking ball. He fucked this up bad. Big time fuck up. Super fuck up. Mega fuck up. The biggest fuck up that we've had so far.
They're doing so much good. And then for them to do something like this tears my guts out.
Yep. You made
Do you
Alex
see
Jones
what you've
cry.
done, Pambot?
Yes!
You have made Alex Jones cry and
That's what
possibly
I said.
puke, which he only does a few times a year because of how much integrity he has.
Yes!
In hindsight, though, I don't think that those people should be very surprised. As we have said before, repeatedly, this has been a consistent theme of our reporting here on this program. If you were a single-issue voter in 2024 and hating Jeffrey Epstein and people associated him was your only issue.
That's not true. They also hated minorities and women. What a simple way to look at it.
Donald Trump should not have been the candidate for you.
What, Kamala Harris should have been? Get the fuck out of here. She was VP for 4 years. Nothing happened.
Trump and Epstein were friends. Everyone has seen the photos and the party tapes at Mar-a-Lago where they seem to leer at women. And we remember when Trump famously told New York Magazine, I've known Jeff for 15 years, terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side.
No doubt about it. Wow. Why would you say that? Who would say that? You shouldn't say that. It's the wrong thing to say.
One of the women at the center of the Epstein sex trafficking case, Virginia Giuffre, who recently died by suicide, claimed that she was actually recruited as a minor by Epstein's collaborator, Ghislaine Maxwell, at Mar-a-Lago. And when that collaborator was facing trial for sex trafficking, Donald Trump seemed oddly concerned about her.
Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison, and so a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. And I know you've talked in the past about Prince Andrew, and you've criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well.
I guess.
Whatever it is.
Her friend or boyfriend,
Epstein,
was either killed or committed suicide in jail. She's now in jail. Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well. Good luck.
Oh, God.
Do you remember that? Remember that when Maxwell was being tried for sex trafficking and Donald Trump was asked about her and his first instinct was to be like, I wish her well. Used to know her back in the day.
I think this is honestly, I just think it was a throwaway statement that he made. The same as he said the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Like, I honestly, like, as somebody who's listened to Trump talk a lot, I don't think that there's a greater meaning to this. It's just him talking. Just a stream of consciousness.
Beach saw her all the time. Now think back
the
to the
late,
2024
great
campaign.
Hannibal Lecter.
Do you ever remember Donald Trump talking about Jeffrey Epstein? I mean, all the crazy nonsense he said about all kinds of insane internet sewer gutter stuff. I mean, and then there's the JFK.
I love how like this guy, he tries to go and make it out like the internet. You're reporting on people making, like, your entire media is based off of reporting what people do on the internet. All the clips you just posted were from the internet, besides one from Fox News. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, yeah, it was like, it's not 1998 anymore, okay?
Case stuff and the Hannibal
Stop
Lecter
it.
riffs you would do. He conveniently never brought this case up. And then when he was asked about it, Trump gave this truly remarkable answer.
Americans have lost a lot of trust in institutions, and I think there's been a lot of discussion, especially online and especially with young people. How do we rebuild that trust in institutions? The CIA, the FBI, all those institutions.
You're right.
Some people think that one way to build trust is to declassify things that everyone's talking about. I know you talked earlier about, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. So if you were president, would you declassify, you can answer yes or no to these. Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would, or at least
Do you think that would restore trust? Help restore?
Yeah, I don't know about Epstein so much as I do the others. Certainly about the way he died. It would be interesting to find out what happened there because that was a weird situation and the cameras didn't happen to be working, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, they were. I thought they just said
Epstein,
they were working.
I don't know so much. I mean, this became a huge...
Which, by the way, like, that comment in a vacuum isn't a bad thing because he probably didn't know a lot about it. And, like, yeah, maybe that's true. But it's just that it's maybe the right message from the wrong messenger. Like, yeah, because he's right. Like, yeah, you could post something and it could negatively affect people that weren't really involved. True. But, like, I don't know, guys. It just seems kind of, yeah, sus. It's a little, people are reaching so hard. I mean, how many points on the graph do you need to make a line? Doesn't it seem like this is kind of weird that they were so gung-ho on this and then they just suddenly, like, about-faced 180 degrees changed their entire tone on this? Like, I mean, isn't that weird? But I mean, that should be weird, right? I mean, the thing is that you don't lose anything if you voted for Trump. This doesn't make you wrong. Like, it's not like Biden would have done any better. Or Kamala Harris would have done any better with this. They had 4 years to do this. They didn't do it. So you don't have, like, you don't need to defend some bullshit, right? But just be fucking honest, man. Just be honest. Like, I mean, this seems like a problem. It's weird, bro. Like, it's weird that this shit happened. Wake up, dumbass chatters coming in here saying some stupid shit. I think Trump's doing pretty good. This is insanity, though. Yeah. Like, I mean, I've been on board with 80, 90% of the Trump activities. But this is the 10 to 20. And I think that a lot of people need to be doing 10 to 20 because of it. That's actually not true. It should be more than that. We got to find out who's on the fucking list. You're telling me it's what a bunch of bullshit.
Obsession of the kind of online MAGA right. I mean, really.
Let me see. Well, real quick, let me read this. Devil's advocate, what if they really did do an honest investigation and came up to not all that much? The administration fell for the same conspiracy theories they were talking about now? Then then they deserve every amount of criticism that they get. And they deserve this amount of distrust. Because if you were gassing up a lie the entire time that you didn't even know it was true or not, then you know what? You get what you fucking deserve. You want to play with fire? Sometimes you get burned.
Epstein, I don't know so much. I mean, this became a huge obsession of the kind of online MAGA right. I mean, really, listen to how then podcaster Dan Bongino spoke about this earlier this year.
I love how mainstream media tries to always compartmentalize the internet as if they're not on the internet trying to upload all their videos and trying to get as many views as possible. It's just funny that they do that.
For joining the Trump DOJ.
This isn't about Epstein or 9/11 or JFK or RFK. It is, but it isn't. It's about a bigger thing. If you're lying about that, you're lying about everything. Who's on the Epstein tapes, folks? Who's on those tapes? Who's in those black books? Why have they been hiding it?
Good question, Dan Bongino. That was back in February. And here is Dan Bongino just 2 months later, now installed as Trump's second in command at the FBI.
You know a suicide when you see one.
You just look at, bro. You just look at him. You know that you see these two guys come in and you know that it's not going to happen. Whatever it is, like you're trying to apply for a house mortgage. These two guys come in. You didn't get approved. You try to get a credit check to buy a car. It just didn't meet the qualifications. Like these guys come in, like they're done.
And that's what that was.
He killed himself. You want me to? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
You've seen the whole file? Then where is it? Let me see it. Let me see the whole file then. Why can't you show people the whole file? Why can't you do it? It's not like there's kids involved. It's just him in a jail cell.
Kind of a different vibe. This idea that Donald Trump, of all people, was going to be the one to crack the Epstein case wide open was always a ludicrous notion, a weird bit of projection. And it seems like MAGA world has finally figured that out. And despite all the furor from his base, and it's
not that. See, like he doesn't understand it. The reason why people were still on board with Trump doing it is because like this is really what I think that most people thought. They went with the lesser of two evils. They thought that I bet a lot of people. How many of you guys voted for Trump? You probably thought he was on the list. Just real talk. Just tell me the truth. Just tell me the honest to God truth. How many of you guys voted for him, but you thought maybe he's on the list? Me, yeah. Everybody knows that, right? And so, like, the next best thing, like, because Kamala Harris wasn't going to release anybody. So the next best thing was for him to release everybody except him. As a pragmatic person, that tracks. It does. Like, I thought maybe. Yeah, exactly. Lesser of two evils. Yeah. You can't be serious? Every time that I say something like that and people say, you can't believe that, like, wow. I know how people think. I do. I know how people think. And trust me, it's a very tough burden to bear.
Sizable today. Trump is desperate to talk about anything else.
Your memo and release yesterday on Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. Can you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the step?
Yeah, sure. If
could I just interrupt for 1 second?
This is like, bro, again, I've never seen somebody sound more guilty than this. Like, he knows he fucked up. You know you fucked up.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
You know.
This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question.
This is the message that I think everybody needs to make sure that they get. Yes, we do want you to waste the time. Yes, it does matter. We do need to know this. It is really important. And by the way, if it's not important and you don't care about it and it doesn't matter, then why not look into it? Yeah, I think this is going to hurt his third. This might hurt his third campaign run or his third term. It might even affect him into his fourth term, but we'll have to see.
On Epstein at a time like this where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration.
What I hate the fact that they're right. I hate the shit. Should never happen. But he's right. They're right on this. They are. And I'm glad this is the reason why it's good that we don't just have Fox. Like, as much as I shit on MSNBC, I think they're full of shit all the time. Every once in a while, it's good to see a little bit else. A little bit else is something different, right? Truly the most unbiased streamer. Well, I am biased, but I'm biased for the truth. I'm biased for the truth, and I'm biased for justice. That unless I disagree with it, then I'm biased for lies and no justice. But that's different.